Hello, everybody. Welcome to Alice Mike's podcast. This is Al. Welcome to a new episode of this podcast. This is a new music Friday, or new music that got released on Friday, November 26th, 2021. And, it's new music that came out on Friday, the 26th of November, and the 19th. Jump it all up together for you guys just because there wasn't much recommendations for the 19th. So hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving dinner celebration. I know in Spanish el Día del Pavo, but man, de verdad, really it's not Turkey's Day. No es el Día del Pavo, ¿verdad? El pavo le va muy mal. But hey, hopefully everybody enjoyed turkey, ham, sides, stuffing, all the pies, desserts. Man, definitely look forward to desserts. Probably one of the best parts of Thanksgiving. I mean, the turkey might be either you get it dry, salty, yeah, and the ham, same. It's either not cooked correctly or but al último, if you get a good ham, a great ham, I mean, hey, tastes really good. Yeah, I went to the grocery store the day before because I needed get some jalapenos because I made some jalapeno poppers, and and then I was going through the aisles and I was like, you know what, let me get some pineapple. Even though I didn't eat any pineapple, for the poppers, but just in case. I love having pineapple and stuff, seasoning and not seasoning, but marinating, and I just love pineapple as well. It was nothing, no pineapple, not a piña. Maybe there was like 3 cans of the beat up cans that are all the way in the back, and I thought, man. Everybody uses the pineapple for the ham and desserts and stuff like that. It was crazy. I mean, for some people, it's probably expected already, but yeah, don't try to get pineapple the day before Thanksgiving, or at least canned pineapple. Yeah, well, hopefully everybody had a good reunion with family, or if you had a Friendsgiving or so with friends and spend time together. So let's just letting you know again, you could follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Alice Mike's Podcast, and my YouTube channel, Alice Mike's Podcast. Last episode I uploaded was insurance talk, car and home insurance talk with Compa Horacio. Very interesting talk. A lot of get to know a lot about the insurance, a lot of questions. If you have any questions, if you listen to it, you have any questions about it, please message me at Facebook or Instagram. Alice Mike's Podcast, that's the name. It's quite interesting knowing because we all pay insurance, either for car, home, it's sometimes we don't know what we're paying for or what the coverages are, or they just say, oh, you have, 100,000, 250,000 and 500,000 or something like that. And you're like, oh, well, it sounds good, right? But do you really know what's covering, So it's always good to know. Definitely recommend listening to that podcast. And let's go ahead and get it started with the recommendations. So for the first one, we have Tapi Quintero came out with a new album called The Live Session, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a live album, so the album is not bad. The recording is actually quite good. The conjunto is nice and tight. Not nice and tight, pero sí se oye muy bien. To be in a live album, definitely recommend it just to listen to it. I prefer Tapi's corridos. I really do. Um, Especially since either he composes it or his dad, Mario Quintero from Los Tucanes de Tijuana. But the song I recommend is it's called Es de Más. Tapi Quintero album is called Live Session. The album is pretty packed. I mean, it has 13 songs. Um, yeah, so go ahead and check it out. Once again, all these recommended music gets uploaded or gets added to Alice Mike's playlist on Spotify. Go and check it out. That's the name of the playlist. So everything I recommend, I put it on that playlist, Alice Mike's playlist on Spotify. I've been trying to do one for Apple Music as well, but they don't have the same releases as Spotify. Looks like Spotify is dominating the market right now on everybody's putting out their music there on Spotify, and Apple Music maybe only 75 or 80%. Don't know the reason why. If Either way, I will make one playlist public on Apple Music as well. Get the links and all that for the playlist. But yeah, so all this music, it's on Al Mike's playlist. That's the name of the playlist in Spotify. Al's Mike's playlist. I had to repeat that a couple of times. And I always put the link on social media so you guys could go straight to it from there, from Facebook or Instagram. It's even on the YouTube channel as well. So yeah. So all right, let's go to the next song. So we have un popurrí mexicano. So I think for the third time, I'm recommending these. Este grupo is called Nuevo Trayecto, but they're featuring Buyuchek, which is a conjunto de I believe que son de Nuevo León. But yeah, se echan un popurrí mexicano, the popurrí well, the grupo Nuevo Trayecto, it's an up and coming group. I mean, they've been releasing quite a bit of singles, and they sound pretty good. Se echan un popurrí de puros classics. If it starts with Cielo Azul, Cielo Nublado, then it goes to Quiero que sepas, El Rinconcito en el Cielo, and they end up with Qué Casualidad. Y los muchachos, they play really well. I mean, in between accordion and y guitarritas con tuba. I mean, the guys sing really well. It is I think it's the third time I recommend this grupo. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. They're coming up with new stuff. I guess they're calibrating with new artists, and pues a ver, they're definitely in the up and up. All right, so then this Banda Lirio, they released an album called Al Rey Jose Alfredo Jimenez Volumen 2. So there's just a bunch of covers, a bunch of music of Jose Alfredo Jimenez. And one of the songs that I really like about this album is Amor del Alma. Personally, it's one of my favorite Jose Alfredo Jimenez songs. Of course, there's nothing like the original. But this banda version is not bad. Definitely recommend it. You can never go wrong with any Jose Alfredo Jimenez music. You really can't. Talk about just the classic of classics. You could say one of the best composers of Mexican music, or just overall, just one of the best composers. Yeah. So much music that he has that we all love. And yeah, so go ahead and check it out. So it's a Banda Lirio. The song's called Amor del Alma, and it's from the album Al Rey Jose Alfredo Jimenez Volumen 2. All right, then I'm going to go. This song, well, it's not new, but it's new to me. So I put it in there. It's called Los Inadaptados. It's La Ventaja with featuring Alfredo Olivas. It's a single, so it's no album. That's just a calibration. The song was composed by Irvin. He's the accordion player slash guitar player de La Ventaja. He definitely has his own style of composing music, which is it's like a fresh take on you know you're not listening to the same old rhythm. It's a different type of composition, different type of rhythm to the music. So the arrangement is a little different. So it's nice to hear something fresh, something new. Yeah, so it's that. I mean, that's why if you guys haven't heard La Ventaja yet, I mean, get, get out of the rock where you're from. I mean, este grupo is. I think if it wouldn't have been for this COVID situation, they would be touring everywhere and just. Pero a lot of grupos, they had to hit the brakes because of this COVID situation. So hopefully they could get back on the roll they were at. Yeah, because they were, I mean, talking about going on a roller coaster and just going straight up. So, and hopefully I'll get to see get to see los muchachos soon. They play really well. All right, so that was los inada. Now I can't even say it. Los Inadaptados. La Ventaja featuring Alfredo Olivas. Go and check it out. All right, so here we go to another song. This one is Corrido for the Ladies. It's called Socias de la Mafia. It's by Los Tucanes de Tijuana. It's a single that just came out. And yeah, hey, ladies, they need their corridos too, right? Pretty cool. It's composed by Mario Quintero, the lead singer de Los Tucanes de Tijuana. Fun fact: it's related to El Corrido de Doctor Fonseca. If any of you heard that Osco Corrido sang by, I mean, man, it's sang by Lalo El Gallo, Joel Elizalde, I think Lombardo Higuera too. I mean, it's definitely a older corridos que se cantaba en los early 90s, late 80s. Great corrido, and this ties in with this. It's just it's well made, and there's, I mean, for every like 1,000 corridos, they're all male. This one is about female, so está bien. Not that I condone the actions; they're good. I mean, either way, they still illicit, illegal actions. Pero, también las mujeres que tengan su corrido también. I think I'm gonna go on my soapbox and talk about. It's like, there's not a lot of music like it's like woman based or so. Like if you hear like la canción Contrabando y Traición or Camila la Tejana, well, you hear the corrido and she kills the guy, steals the money, and pues, no se sabe de ella. Okay, I'm not saying it's a good example, but but you hear like women like cantar la canción de Laurita Garza. But like you hear the ending and she kills herself. So I'm not saying this song should be inspiring, but I hear like people singing hearing or seeing women sing la canción de Laurita Garza all proud and con sentimiento, and it's like, well, that she ends up killing herself. Maybe no se dan cuenta. I mean, a lot of the songs like the lyrics are pretty good, but at the end, she shoots herself and kills herself, and a lot of people don't notice that, I guess, or they just blanked out that one out. So I mean, you hear this corrido, Socias de la Mafia. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's just like I'm a big fan of la canción también, Las Mujeres Pueden, de Los Tigres del Norte. Just because, hey, it's about these women that meet up and something goes bad and something happens, and I mean, it's a corrido. It's. I'm not saying it should be inspiring, but it's disempowering that I think a lot of corridos, us as males, or we know we get this corridos, we don't act upon it, but I mean it sounds cool to hear about it, and esto y pues qué y las mujeres qué, verdad? So I think it's cool that they have their corridos too. They're more female based. That's good. Encourage it. So yeah, I mean, just go and check it out. Again, this is called Socios de la Mafia, por los Tucanes de Tijuana. All right, so from here we go to Los Morros del Norte. They don't look, no son tan morros ya, pero they still play badass, and I will always go see them live whenever I can. It's a great show. Always, their music is fun, danceable, y tocan bien. So they came out with a new album. Actually, it's called El Niño de Huaraches. So I recommend. It's let me see how many songs the album has. It has like 16 songs. So está cargado. Oh, and the songs I recommend is called La Pava, El Dos, El Niño de Huaraches, Crispín González, Héctor Acevedo, y El 70. There's just some good corridos. I personally heard them play La Pava live, so and that's one of my favorite cover songs. Los otros, some of them are actually composed by some del grupo. I mean, they're just nice, solid corridos. There's nothing special about them. There's nothing that's gonna be like, oh well, you have to hear this corrido. It has this part. No, it's just the good songs you want to listen to, good stories. They tell about people, situations. Just go to listen to it. It's not bad. The album's not bad actually. But yeah, those are the songs I recommend from Los Morros del Norte, from the album El Niño de Huaraches. La Pava, El Dos, El Niño de Huaraches, Crispín González, Héctor Acevedo, y El 70. Go and check it out. And remember, all this music is on Alice Mike's playlist on Spotify. So that's the name of the playlist, Alice Mike's playlist. All right, so from here we go to El Commander came out with a single with the corrido called El Leopardo. And while I was making little investigation onto this corrido, found out it was composed by Paulino Vargas. The great Paulino Vargas. Paulino Vargas was the accordion player. I had it right here. De los Broncos de Reynosa. So one of the, I want to say originators, but one of the first conjuntos, and you're going to hear some of the songs that he composed and you're going to be like, wow, this guy has composed a lot of our favorite music. It's norteño, and you can say en banda. So just check it out. Paulino Vargas, he composed Ayer Bajé de la Sierra, Banda del Caballo Rojo, Contrabando y Traición, a.k.a. Camelia la Tejana, La Fuga del Rojo, La Carga Ladeada, El Canelo, El Corrido Lamberto Quintero, Los Tres Gallos, El Corrido Clave 7 y Reproches del Viento. Like, come on, if somebody hit that set list on you, you're like, man, that's a badass set list. This guy's composed all these and more songs. This is just more the ones that I stood out to me. This corrido, El Leopardo, actually was sung originally by Los Invasores de Nuevo León. Lalo Mora singing. But, I heard it with El Commander. I'm like, it doesn't sound bad. definitely that's why I'm recommending it. But man, this Palino Vargas guy, I've known about Palino Vargas, pero just a lot of people just don't know about this gentleman, this composer, this great composer. Of these, a lot of them a lot of people have called him El Rey del corrido moderno. Because if you see all those corridos, the 70s, 80s, into the 90s, if you just think about, or you hear Va del Carro Rojo, Contrabando y Traición, Fuga del Rojo, y El Canelo, that's without Tigres, without those songs. I mean, Tigres don't become Tigres. Like, they just don't. And he produced a lot of their corridos from like Pacas de Aquilo. What is it? El R1. I believe he was the producer in those. The album with Corridos Prohibidos de los Tigres del Norte. I mean, if Tigres don't sing these corridos, I mean they're classics. Could you say, Tigres are nothing without Palino Vargas? Good question, right? You always got to give credits to the producers and composers of these songs because, somebody has to come up with a letter. I know somebody has to interpret them. Somebody has to play them and musicians, and I get it. También as a musician, the credit of, making the music alive, from the paper, how you interpret it, I get it, but también hay que darle their fair share due to the author, the composer of the music, and the producer también, the one that may help you with the arrangements, ideas of how to make the song better, pushing the musicians to play a certain style, develop their own style, so yeah, I just wanted to give out this shout out to this passed away, but so people know about some of the unknown composers, or not unknown. I want to say Palino Vargas is unknown, but as time goes by, there's less and less people talk about these great men of music. So I just really want to talk about Palino Vargas and his contribution to norteño music and banda. I mean, Reproches del Viento. I mean, which banda doesn't sing it? From El Coyote, from La Limón. I mean, everybody sings it. El Corrido de Lamberto Quintero. I mean, they even made movies about it, it was one of the big hits of Antonio Aguilar con banda. So, all right. So let's move on. So I'm here. I got this single. It's called Cinco Uno, and it's sang by Tony Aguirre y Martín Castillo. So it's a single. It's definitely unique corrido and the style of it. The singing, again, I'm not gonna say I'm a biggest fan, but I'll listen to it. But the style of the corrido and how it's interpreted, the arrangement of the banda, I liked it. It's a little different. Yes, it's a little different, but different in a good way. It's like as soon as you hear it, there's you gotta keep listening to it because you're gonna go in like an adventure or so. It's a ride. Go and check it out. It's called Cinco Uno, Tony Aguirre y Martín Castillo. All right, from here we go to a single called Trato de Muerte. It's en vivo. It's Los Rojos with Danny Felix. So Los Rojos, I don't know if you guys, their biggest hit was called El Señor de los Cielos. believe it came out like three years ago. Um, and from there, they released some stuff, but so yeah, they released a single called with this guy named Danny Felix. I believe Danny Felix was with estaban con los tumbados. Now he's doing his own kind of style or so, or he's singled out. Está bien. I mean, but this song's called Trato de Muerte. Actually, it's composed by El Commander. How about that? This Mr. Commander Alfredo Rios. I believe it's about a horse or something like that. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. Go ahead and check it out. All right. Well, talking about somebody singing something different. So we have Abraham Vasquez. He came out with a single called Soy Tuyo. Nice little romantic song. Love, it says nice things, and para los que están enamorados, para dedicarle a alguien, está perfecta. But Abraham Vasquez, he's been on the, I want to say Ciarreño side, but definitely, I believe he was with what's the record company? I kind of just blinked out right now. Rancho Humilde Records, and they have kind of their own little style con guitarritas, and I mean, hey, people like it, está bien, and he composes all this stuff. But I was not a fan of it. But I was aware of him. Pero this one, I heard the Seagull. I always give everybody a chance. I always listen to their stuff, see if they've changed or they've evolved or they keep the same, because you never know, But I heard this song and I enjoyed it, liked it, so that's why I'm recommended it. It's from Abraham Vasquez. It's called Soy Tuyo. It's a single. Go and check it out. And then last but not least, I have Banda Sinaloense MM. They came out with a single, una cumbia called El Agua Loca. So, ahí para cuando está uno limpiando, trapeando, cocinando, limpiando el carro, pues ahí para estar alegre mientras que uno está haciendo las cosas. Yeah, so go and check it out. It's called El Agua Loca, Banda Sinaloense MM. It's a cumbia. And if you want to go check out the catalog of Música Banda Sinaloense, check them out. Banda Sinaloense MM. They have the traditional sones, danzones, zapateados, you name it. That's no quieres batallar, you want to hear todo lo tradicional Banda Sinaloense MM has it for you. Great tool, great to have. So yeah, just there it is. So that ends the recommendation for this week. Yeah, once again, all this music is on Alice Mike's playlist on Spotify. And yeah, you could check it out. You could check out past recommendations and or so. And then I have other episodes. I have insurance talk with the Comparacio. I have paranormal talk with Corny. I have other conversations with Corny. Don't forget the funny stories of Anita. And my social media pages. I got Facebook, Instagram, Alice Mike's podcast, my YouTube page. Go ahead and check that out too. Alice Mike's podcast, same name. Thank you everybody for listening from East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between, north, south. Thank you so much for listening, and yeah, you guys have any questions, just go ahead and message me through Facebook or Instagram at Alice Mike's Podcast. Yeah, any messages, any questions, any suggestions? Yeah, don't be shy. Debates. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to another episode of Alice Mike's Podcast. Have a good one. Take care. Have a great weekend. And stay positive. With all this stuff going on, well, stay positive, stay good, stay healthy. Take care, everybody. All right, Sammy, say goodbye.